Okay, sorry that I took time out right there for a second. I got interrupted and I, of course, obviously didn't want to keep recording with a interruption or an interruption. Um, so yeah, I just had some dinner as well really quick and now I'm just kind of cleaning up. But going back to what we were talking about before with people who don't support us and also keeping our dreams to ourselves, I started to not tell my dreams to anybody else, like even the people close to me, even my parents. I just stopped telling them things that I was doing and like things I was up to. The only thing that I would refresh them on was like yeah, I had a doctor's appointment or something, like just like something super like low key, like everything's good, like yeah, I'm doing good, thank you, how are you, just keeping it super casual and very basic. And I know that people are gonna be like, well, those are your parents, like you should be telling them more. If you want to tell your parents more about what's going on in your life, that's all you. For me personally, I just found, there we go. I just found that it wasn't working for me. And that's because I really just didn't want to let anybody else know my standards, I guess, because then they have this set of expectations for us. And then if, things are taking longer than we had planned, or some things like fall through or something, like God always has the biggest plan for us. So if people have these expectations set for us because we decided to tell them our dreams and desires and goals, then they're going to be looking down at us when things don't necessarily get accomplished, right? And so I just felt that way for so long. And I was like, you know what? I am not going to feel bad anymore about it, because this is ultimately my life, and God ultimately enabled me to have this life. He gave me this opportunity, and like, thank goodness, like, I'm here, like, and I have the opportunity to live and to live out the purpose that God has planned for me. And I just, pray, and I'm always optimistic that I'm going to discover what that purpose is. And I believe that I will. And there was something I wanted to touch on with people not supporting you, as far as like it feels lonely. It feels lonely at first. I'm gonna say that at first it feels lonely because, like us being human, we need support from other humans, and we feel like we need that kind of camaraderie and sociable aspect and interactions in our lives in order to feel good and like complete, I guess. Because that is a basic human, or that's a basic human need. It's a basic human need to be in communication with other people and to like talk and stuff like that, and to be in groups. However, it does get easier. It gets easier once you start getting into your your mojo and your flow of things. And especially for me, with my experience, being very spiritual and speaking to God about my desires and even like all of my pains, just like confessing everything to Him. And Jesus Christ and my angels, they carry me all the way through, and they still carry me. They've been with me all this time, and they've been with me the whole time, even though I wasn't like really aware of it throughout my whole life. And then just like last year, I just really like started to get spiritual, like, and just like praying a lot and like speaking more and more and more to Him, and like more real and honest to Him. And then I just started seeing things flow a lot more easy for me. And I also started to see confirmations everywhere. And I really felt like my angels were with me. Like I could just feel them everywhere. I can even feel them right now with me. Like they're helping me and encouraging me with this video. So it does get easier. And also know that you will find your people. Like once you make it to your goal, and even along the way, you're going to find people who were meant to meet you and who are meant to be in your life. And sometimes you're going to meet people who were just there for a couple weeks, a couple months, half a year, 2 years. Like sometimes it's a very short period of time, sometimes it's a longer period of time. But whenever they are meant to leave out of your life, and you'll know, you will just be able to like let them go and don't resist it. Just like always wish them luck on their own journey. And that's really, truly all you can do. However, some people that you do meet will be in your life, forever, for life. And that's because those people are meant to be in your life forever. They're supposed to be there to support you. And those people, I feel like, are true friends. I haven't come across, true friends yet, but I know that I will. I know that my true friends are coming. I've had a lot of friends, just like come and go, and that's because we've outgrown each other. We're, either like in just different phases of life, or, you just kind of go on different paths, and that's okay. And I just want to set this as a reminder that, even if you're feeling lonely right now, just always have faith and talk to God about it. Like, He's always going to hear you. He's always going to listen to you, listen to your pains, and even all the good things too. Like, He loves hearing all the good things. Showing that you're grateful for all of the good things and even the bad things too. Like, He loves hearing your gratitudes. And the more that you show gratitude, the more that He's gonna bless you with just more opportunities and more growth and more levels of spirituality. So I found this message really important to share. And there was kind of a shift in the mindset that I had about all of this pretty recently, honestly. Like, I was always a person who was just very goal oriented, and I wanted the best. Of course, like all of us, we all want the best for ourselves. And then, you know, like, just like some things happened, like life happens, unexpected mental illnesses happen, you know, like I said before, I struggled with depression that lasted 5-6 years, and I got myself out of it, like, you know, through some counseling and stuff that I actually got out of it kind of on my own, and then also kind of like through this substance abuse program that I went through. So it was kind of like a mixture of both, and knowing that I wasn't alone. And ultimately, I just made the decision, I'm not going to be depressed anymore. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm a happy person. I know that I'm a happy person. And so I'm going to cut some slices for you. And so it really comes down to a decision, like am I going to be happy or sad? Am I going to be depressed my whole life? Or am I going to be happy? And of course, like, it's never easy. I'm not saying like that I just woke up the next day and I was like happy Brittany again. No, it took work. It really took consistent work, honestly, just like journaling a lot and stuff like that. But I just want to remind you that everything is a choice, and going back to the main topic of this video, that it's okay to not have supporters at first, but don't ever let that stop you from chasing your dreams. Never. We have to be our own supporters. We have to be our own biggest advocates. We have to self-advocate all the time. And that's okay, because it builds self-esteem. It builds confidence. It reassures us that we can handle anything. It reassures us that, like, we don't need anybody. Even though we would like to have people, we don't need anybody. And yeah, I feel like my pregnancy brain is kicking a little bit, but I'm not gonna let that be an excuse, because I hate it when I always, like, when I'm like, oh, it's my pregnancy brain. It's just like, no, I'm just like losing my train of thought. But yeah, self-advocacy is so important, and that was another tool that I learned from the substance abuse center. It's just so important. Nobody else is going to advocate for you the same way that you do for yourself. Like, it's just, nobody can, you know, like, whatever you're thinking is best for you, that is what you need to communicate. And of course, communicate it in a nice way, so that way you get good karma, and that way people want to receive your energy. And also people who may help you, ultimately they can't advocate for you because they don't know the exact thoughts that are going through your mind, that you're thinking in the moment of trouble or like something, you know, where you're thinking, you know, certain thoughts. And it's just best to advocate for yourself because you're able to express exactly what you need and express exactly what you want. And it's really important. And then I was gonna mention something about like advocating yourself with narcissists, but we can talk about that another time because that is a whole other video that is just another, it's due for another time, because there's a lot of detail in that. And I just find this to be really important, especially like in today's world. So many people are struggling with the validation of others. Like, let me rephrase that. They're struggling with seeking so much validation from others. Excuse me. Like I said, I just had dinner. But yeah, this whole like social media thing and stuff, you know, it's just like, it's sad like seeing so many people just like desperate to feel alive when they get validated by other people. Like that's the only way that they feel good about themselves, and it's a very short dopamine hit. And I know it because I used to put myself through that before I got really sober, and it's just like such a draining and like very low vibration existence. So if you're obviously watching this video, you know, you probably are already, you know, looking for help on ways to like overcome needing validation from other people, or like you're seeking ways to figure out how to navigate your own desires by yourself. You know, and like we're never alone, so I gotta throw God in there. I just have to, because like we're never alone, you know, whether you're spiritual or not. I mean, this is a spiritual channel, so if you're not spiritual, you're probably not watching this. But yeah, I'm really glad that I put this video together. I'm sorry that the interruption came through the way that it did. But you know, at least I got the content out. I'm proud of myself for that. And I'm not being too hard on like, you know, my appearance and stuff, like, because I really care about just getting the content out. By the way, I love this sweatshirt. This sweatshirt is like, it's just cozy. I love being at home in a big oversized sweatshirt. Yeah, and like I said in the beginning of this video, appearance isn't everything. So I guess it kind of comes full circle, you know, going back to the validation from others. Like, I just got into a point where I don't seek validation from others, and like I don't need it overall. I really just don't need it, because I validate myself, and I know that people are probably gonna watch my videos and they're probably gonna say like, wow, she's worn that sweatshirt like a lot of times, like recording her videos. It's just like, Yeah, and who cares? It's all about the message, right? Um, like, I really just care about making good content, and of course the content is going to be better. It's going to get better. It's going to be more organized and more flowy. I just did this video kind of like, with no notes or anything like that. So literally proof, no notes. So I really just did it. I wanted to put a phrase in there, but I just didn't know if that was going to be like taken the wrong way. I was going to say never mind, I won't say it. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. I have some dishes to do, and then I'm going to probably like read a little bit. Right now I'm reading the devotional Bible, or the Bible devotional for women. I'm reading that, and I switch it between 3 other books, but right now it's mainly been consistently with this other book called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, and it's all about finding your freedom to live creatively, and it's really, really beautiful. I love the way that she describes the process of just letting go and being able to create freely. Yeah, it's really good. It's been really inspiring for me. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope that everybody has a great night, a great day, and I pray that all of you guys are doing okay, that all of y'all are in good health, in good standing, and any struggles that you're going through right now, they will be overtaken. You will overcome the struggles, because God always wins. He always wins. So, have faith in him, and he will have faith in you. Love you all. Bye.